Alright, I am back. Let me quickly get everything set up here for the Cadence race between Lakehope and Winterbit. We're just going to do this on the fly right now. So don't worry, we will fix this very, very fast. There we go. Everything's all set. So we've got Lakehope on the left, Winterbit on the right for the Cadence race. No time for stats, unfortunately, so Lakehope says they gotta go ASAP, so we'll just get straight into it. Don't worry. Alright, countdown's already done. Should be going in just a second, and off we go. So, this is gonna be the hard part. Sometimes a lot of people have a lot of trouble going from one character to the next, especially since going between Melody and Cadence is very drastic in terms of playstyle. So we have to remember we don't have the loot or try and do any Melody strats. So that's going to be probably the biggest adjustment here. Anyways, as we start off, Lakehope checking that tier 3 cracked wall, and unfortunately it's not the food shop. It's never the food shop. I mean, sometimes it is, but it's not the food shop today. So, unfortunately not getting anything out of the bomb. We did pick up a coupon on 1-1, but nothing in that 1-2 shop we really want, so we're just going to skip out on it. Winterbit going a little bit out of the way. Going to check this red chest. It is Drumstick. Drumstick is good. Just some health recovery is nice. Unfortunately, this a little bit of a troll layout here. Almost tried to direct them into the spike trap. I feel like the game really wanted a troll. So Lakehope getting the Dragon Dance right here. Going to have a nice easy kill. Winterbit having no problem sending this. Oh, the Spirit's in a little trouble. Oh, thankfully handled that very well, but losing some time setting up the Dragon. Lakehope taking a Dragon straight down, taking a trapdoor straight into the arena, but unfortunately getting mopped down by a Black Skelly and having to go back to 1-1. So skipping out on that, on both the cracked wall and the coupon this time, as Winterbit finishes milking that Dragon for some gold. Make sure you drink your left milk, kids. It's good for you, apparently. We do have a cracked wall right here. This has got to be the blood shop, since we already saw a tier 3 cracked wall on 1-1. And this is a very good shop. We're just going to take the rapier and leave thanks to the coupon. So the coupon paying off, actually, getting that rapier for free instead of having to buy it with health. So probably Lakehope's probably want to do the same. And unfortunately didn't take the coupon this time, so this is the problem. Winterbit finding chainmail in the 1-3 shop is really nice. So we've got defense and offense for them, and a little bit of health. Not taking the dry baby though. Goof would be disappointed. But I think Goof is allowed to be disappointed right now. So Winterbit down to Fortissimo here. Pretty easy fight with the rapier as long as you don't trap yourself. This looked a little scary there, but thankfully got out just fine. Gonna be able to just poke Fortissimo and let him down. So we definitely don't need to check black for anything else. We've already got armor and a good weapon. We check purple and it's only a ring of shielding. So that's a little bit of defense for one hit, but not what you're looking for compared to like all the other good rings and such. So Lakehope gonna go down to Fortissimo now. I'm probably gonna do the same thing. Oh, we've got a ring of piercing, and we've got enough money to just buy it outright. So piercing rapier is definitely very good. Just going to be able to just lunge for tons of damage at armored skeletons or other armored enemies in later zones and not have any problems. Like that armadillo right there. Oh, there's a cracked wall right there for Winterbit on the left, but doesn't look like they saw it. I'm not sure what you'd want to check for at this point. It could be an arena, could be a good Shriner. Probably would be worth checking, but looking like we're just going to skip out on it. Lakehope checking it though. It's an arena, and unfortunately it's a pretty bad arena. Not really anything we wanted, aside from maybe the battle shovel, but even then that takes some time. So Lakehope looking a little bit scared here on the build. Doesn't have the armor, doesn't have the piercing ring. Maybe we could find something in this Evil Freddy shop. Winterbit's just going to go around the long way, but we're finding a cracked wall right here. I mean, it is the Shriner, and this is a really good Shriner. It depends if you want to keep piercing or not. Gonna take the glass for just a second for this fight. Uses it right on that dragon there. Unfortunately, this is a very nasty setup, and Winterbit getting cornered, and unfortunately goes down to the dragon. Oh, might have been able to save that with the chicken, but I don't know how long like they were still frozen for. So unfortunately, Winterbit going down right there. So Lakehope looks like Lakehope found some extra heart containers in the Evil Freddy shop and skipped out on the Shriner fight. So just gonna go straight into death metal right here. Unfortunately, Lakehope does not have armor, so not in a super safe position here. Finding fireball tomes after the death metal fight though, that'll definitely help. Especially in zone 3 and 4 where it's easy to get swarmed on the sides. Fireball tomes are a great way to keep yourself safe. Oh, we've got some freeze tomes instead. I think you take the freeze over the fireball. Like, it's a hard call, but usually the freeze works out a little bit better. Great use of the Gigantism, though. Gave Lakehope just enough damage to be able to lunge at that Minotaur and kill it. Winterbitch still trying to make their way back around 1-2. Get all the equipment set up again. We've got a Luck Shrine. We could tap it a few times here as soon as we get this swarm out of the way. It's a pretty nasty swarm. Oh! Thankfully taking out the goblins, only taking the hit from the white, and that's definitely the better of the sources of damage. Oh, we've actually got a couple things. We've got some lead boots, also a titanium hammer as well, but not really what you want to check for. But the lead boots are very nice. Ice protection, goo protection being two very good things for Cadence, especially on a lunging weapon. So Winterbit just affording the titanium rapier for free again. Using a bomb for Lakehope, gonna get this transmog. Probably just want to go shovel here. Don't really going for shoes. We do get shoes out of it. We're not gonna transmog or shovel for some reason. A more powerful shovel doesn't take much time to get and would be good for zone 4 in case you end up with a bunch of walls. And there's nothing else we wanted to transmog anyway, so that's a really odd choice on Lakehope's side to not transmog the shovel with the money that we're probably not going to use for the rest of the run. Looking a little scary, though, with only 2 hearts. Getting beat up a bit in 3-3 there. We've been having a nice fortissimo setup again. And fortissimo Lakehope cleaning up Coral Rift just fine with a lunge. Winterbit went red this time and got a glass torch. Probably wants a little bit of mapping there. Lakehope getting bailed and finding regen in 3-4 purple. Definitely what they needed, but with many zone 4 enemies do a lot of damage, so without some kind of armor, this could still be a little sketchy. Yeah, getting the skeleton in a bad spot here, or the spider in a bad spot, taking that hit anyways as we try and dance around all these Playmasters. Yeah, even just leather armor would make this a lot safer, just to reduce most stuff down to either like half a heart or 1 heart. Oh, that's a lot of spirits on Winterbit's side. Unfortunately, losing the glass torch by bopping the wrong enemy there. So the mapping advantage is gone. Lakehope jumps down into 4-2 there, not finding anything they want in that shop. Oh, just barely avoiding that. Oh, we've got a fireball spell on Lakehope's side. This is really good, especially for zone 4. If you want to approach enemies from, if you want to approach the exit from the horizontal way, fireball is a great way to deal with that. And this would be a good time to open up some of these crates with these gargoyle statues. Oh, taking a hard hit there, down to 1 heart. Winterbit already into death metal 2. Good fireball right there to clear some enemies out. This is looking a little dicey. Unfortunately, blowing up those fireball tomes. Really needed those. And going down to the black bat due to having no lucky charm. Oh, this is really unfortunate. Yeah, whenever you don't have lucky charm or luck ring, bats definitely need to take first priority, and it's easy to forget that. So Lakehope going down as Winterbit is in zone 3. Has a good amount of hearts, but still no armor. Lakehope really should get back into this race right now. It's definitely not over. Exiting, having to re-enter the seed. Winterbit finding a Dove Charm right here. I've started not taking Charm with my runs because it usually just makes things more messy. Just with my luck. But it's valid to still have it. Winterbit did find a Blood Shovel as well. I think it was in one of the shops that we skipped. I think it was like 3-1. Dealing with this Mr. Did You Know, because did you know without armor, those Grey Goblins do 3 whole hearts of damage. 2 in this case because we have chainmail somewhere. So, gonna go ahead and do some transmogging here. We find Big Dig. That's fantastic right there. We've got a 3-5 piercing rapier for Winterbit. This is a lot of enemies right here, though. Thankfully, using the Dove Charm to send them away, and getting some goo boots from the Luck Shrine as well. When are we going to switch off here and get a piercing Warhammer? I think with a 3 damage piercing hammer with some goo protection, I think this is an okay take this late in a race. Oh, Winterbit actually, or Lakehope managed to actually find the Shrine of Sacrifice on 1-2 and got the dragon to die on it. We found some glass. Unfortunately, not what we want, and well, we're just going to take the Titanium Rapier anyways. So it looked cool, but unfortunately, just not a good use of time. Just key reminder for Shrine of Sacrifice, if you sacrifice 5 normal enemies, you'll get 3 items. I think it's assorted items, but if you do a mini-boss, then it immediately spawns 3 glass weapons. So, just something to note. So yeah, Winterbit not having a problem here with the 3 damage piercing Warhammer and the Luck Charm. Not going to have to deal with bats, not going to have to really worry about stuff. Just want to keep monkeys at bay and just be wary of Warlocks so that we don't accidentally get fire-pigged. Oh, Lakehope finding some armor right there. There was just a random, looks like random plate armor in a chest. This is the kind of stuff we wish we had the first time. You just find it and you just go, why couldn't I have found that the first time? We're going to be doing a little bit more shopping here. Gonna swap for some items here and just buy all that shop out. So, we did find grenades as well. So, very useful. And finding the food shop on 4-3. Not a very good one. Just an apple and a full heart container. So, not the absolute worst. But you always wish it could be better. But extra health and safety is nice. Oh, Lakehope going down. Getting pulled into the armadillo by the mage. Oh. That was a pretty nasty setup. Yeah, mages have a lot of priority. So, it's very often that you'll get pulled and then you'll get immediately hit by something. And it sucks when that happens. Like, the order of priority for enemies in this game can be surprising and hard to keep track of. So, anyways, Winterbit finished up Zone 4 just fine, getting the kill on Deep Blues. We've got Monocle, we can peek into these chests. Not really anything we need. I guess we can take the bomb spell just in case we need to lay something down. We've already got 4 grenades. And we got a Shrine of Peace as well. Just gonna go ahead and skip it. Not a huge deal. Winterbit opening up a few more rooms than needed, though. Remember, it's always the biggest room, the 8x8 room in Zone 5. Popping that heart transplant, finish up 5-1 quick. Lakehope looking a little frustrated here, looking like they're just going to stop for the race and probably just try and recompose themselves. Oh, there's a pain ring in that 5-2 lock shop, but it's too late for it to really matter. I want pain ring. Give the pain ring to me. Wait a minute, buy it for me. Like, you can do that, right? If you do it as a friendship gift, it's not biased. So, on to 5-3 right here. We've got Piercing Hammer, and we've got the Wire, so not going to have any problem dealing with any enemies. Another wrong way right here. Getting more grenades. Not really needing them, though. We've already got plenty to last us for endgame here. Oh, this zombie trying to get in the way here. Zombie's just like, Looking like we want to try and get this cursed potion. Or swap off. It looks like we're going to swap off to the longsword, and that's fair for Deadringer coming up. You don't want to get caught with Deadringer. Getting a little swarmed right here at the exit, but no problem. Says the chainmail and the Wire to help out. So into Deadringer. What strat are we going to do? Are we going to have fun lures? Are we going to have fun other strats? We're going to have right side spawn, so it's easy left side scoots. See, no problem right there. There's even a shield spell. Looks like Winterbird's going to go ahead and pick that up for a little bit of extra safety. Having a nice extendo shield is nice for the Necrodancer Phase 2 fight. Alright, grenades to quickly blow the stage up. And grenade and shield, and we are off into Phase 2. All that's left is 6 hits with the loot on the Necrodancer. And the most important thing here is for Dorian to not get dunked. It is possible for Dorian to still die even with all that health and armor. So we're going to be very careful, especially since no more shield active. Fortunately, Dad's not in a good position. We're going to move Dad out of the way. Dad, go down. Go to your corner for a bit. Going to get rid of this red dragon as well. Safe play. Yeah, I would agree that flail is probably the best weapon. But Winterberg having no problem cleaning a Necrodancer out and taking race 1. GG's. Yeah, Lakehope just getting spooked and just whittled down little by little there. Not having the armor really hurt. And off we go into race 2. Got a nice chunky seed right here, nice 8-digit seed. No, Cutlass cannot appear. You can only get a broadsword, longsword, or flail. Both players discussing the deaths that happened during the race. Yeah, the skeleton mage. Any kind of mage death is just kind of like, why are you so rude? Like I said, win mage priority is pretty high. It can be pretty annoying. Just easy to get caught into something else with the win mage. Or get pulled into mud and just get stuck. I know I've had my share of runs end that way. Alright, off on race 2. Let's see if Lakehope's a little bit more composed for this one right here. Got a bunch of fake walls down here. We've got glass slippers in the trap room. Probably don't want to bomb for that. Oh, well, there's grenades. You could bomb for the slippers. Depends how confident you are in keeping them. Lakehope going for a grenade, but missing that. Gets the kill, though. I'm going to do a little bit more searching around, but not finding anything here. Alright, we've got the blood shop on 1-2. That's a pretty good blood shop. Lakehope just going to take the longsword and leave. Kind of an odd decision. We have grenades. We could kill for it. And it looks like Winterbird's going to set that up. So getting the blood drum, the sword, and the torch for free. But Lakehope found a pain ring and an obsidian torch. So kind of amazing we found that pain ring in the barrel there. So offense looking real good. And pain pairs with longsword really well because you've got the long reach and then the pain effect smacks whatever's around you. So this is some pretty good synergy as far as builds go. But Lakehope a little bit more concerned with the health since they just bought the longsword out of the blood shop. So into Conga. Winterbit not too far behind, just doing a little bit of digging around 1-3 here. Finding a trapdoor, probably just going to take it. Lakehope finishing up Conga, no problem, getting the flawless. Probably looking like a purple check. Oh, we're actually going to check red. We find another torch. Don't need that. Just going to stick with that luminous torch. It's probably better to take Obsidian, because Obsidian with the max multiplier has the same amount of reach, but it aggroes enemies as though it's the base torch. So usually you'd want to take Obsidian, unless you really need the mapping at all times. Oh, we've got a Darkness Shrine here, but probably don't want to give up on the pain. Lakehope doing a good job not getting caught right there by the mage. Saw Winterbit checked purple there, but it was just a gold ring, so neither player finding anything useful out of the boss chests in 1-4. This is a pretty nasty exit room right here. Both of them pretty close getting into 2-2. So we're fairly even with some different builds. Oh, but Winterbit actually found the CoNDOR at the end of 2-1 right there that I didn't even see. Not finding anything useful, unfortunately. We found a blood shovel, but the armor was only a gi, and we don't want gi on this character, so we're going to skip out. Alright, lakehope finally getting his charm, so he's not going to have any problems with bats for this seed now, which was definitely a problem last seed. We've got one more chest to check right here. Oh, it's a cat. You could go cat pain. Looks like we're going to go cat pain. Not the most synergetic thing, but cat is a good weapon on its own, and it's worth making the swap. So, and Winterbit just jumped straight down the trapdoor and missed it, so lakehope with the offensive advantage now, but Winterbit just keeping that lead just a little bit. We've got some Fireball Tomes in purple. lakehope probably won't want to swap off to that over the Throwing Stars. No, checks red again. I'm not sure what you're checking for red. There's not a whole lot in red outside of torches that you'd get reliably. Like, really purple should be what you should probably be checking. Because even though we have a good ring, good spells go a long way. So both of them opened up that cracked wall on 3-1, and unfortunately it was only a pawnbroker, so no food shop. Never the food shop. lakehope really pushing this cat, though. Really appreciate it here. Finding an arena, not really anything to fight for. Gonna go ahead and take the monkey's paw, I guess, to avoid telemonkeys, and it doesn't take too long to fight this one, so that's fair. Winterbit probably gonna skip out on that. Monkey's not really threatening. Probably doesn't realize what's in that arena. the spirit had nowhere to spawn below, so the spirit just stayed where it was. That's funny. That is very funny. Alright, so into 3-3 for both players. Oh, lakehope getting spooked by a spirit going down to the rider behind them. Oh. Oh, zone 3 always scary. Even at full health, riders will just do 3 hearts of damage. 3 whole hearts. Really unfortunate. So that gives Winterbit a nice, clearer path. Like, still no armor, but we've got Monocle, which is a big help in finding armor and any other items we may need. So into deep blues for Winterbit right here. Just going to toss that grenade and be done. lakehope, unfortunately, looking like they blew themselves up. Probably threw the grenade too close to their face. Oh, Winterbit finding an electric dagger, but opening the purple and not taking the ring of protection. I don't know. Doesn't really matter too much. Longsword is still fairly safe, and we've got some goo protection right here, plus an apple, so not going to have to worry about any goo shenanigans. And the pain will be a good way to keep warlocks off our backs without triggering the teleports. Alright, lakehope going for the kill this time on the blood shop. Gonna be able to pick up everything without losing any hearts. Remember, just slowly clearing out this 4-1 exit room. Looking a little spooked with the ogre right next to the golem. Now, the important thing about like utilizing pain in Zone 4 is you don't want to hit the Blade Masters if possible. You want to hit other stuff so that the pain triggers and hits the Blade Masters for you. That way you don't end up with a parry. So that's the best way to play with a pain ring in Zone 4 is hit everything else but Blade Masters. Unless the Blade Masters is against the wall, in which case it's okay. Winterbit down to 2 hearts, looking a little scary with no armor still. Finding some Transmute Tomes, we could try for that, and there is a Fireball spell as well. So probably transmute both of these out. And unfortunately neither Transmute was good, so I'm just going to pick the Fireball Tomes back up. lakehope already making their way back in 2-1, looking a little bit healthier this time. Got the Blood Drum, still got a bomb on deck, and there's the Conjurer. Probably want to conjure armor. We know Karate Gi was the first one. The second armor is Quartz, which better than nothing, but not what you want. Not what you're like expecting. Oh, good call on Winterbit's side to go ahead and use the holy water there. That could have been bad, but thanks to the goo. But holy water still gets used and very good in just clearing enemies out. Great use of the fireball too. So then that finishes zone 4 for Winterbit. So right into death metal. So we're out of the scary zone, thankfully. But we still don't have armor. So big dunks, such as those in Dead Ringer, could still be a problem. So Lakehope is still definitely in this. Oh, we've got some Earth Tomes and a Blast Tome. I'm just going to go and pick up that Blast Tome and leave the Monocle behind. Winterbit does have all the time in the world to check shops for armor if needed. Oh, we've got a Courage Ring. We could make the do-it-yourself rapier, but I don't think you do it when you're in the lead like this. Lakehope making a good recovery right here. Already on to 3-2 at 3 minutes in-game time with some seed knowledge. That's pretty good. Taking the cat. Getting that cat pain again. Down to 1 heart though for Lakehope. Definitely doesn't want to take a death again. We're finding a little bit more safety here. Have a Fear Scroll and a heart container. Actually going to swap off for the Blood Cat right here and holster the longsword. That's fair. Just in case we take hits like those, we can heal up off of them. We've got Pain, so the 1 damage Blood Cat is not as bad as it seems. Actually, it's a 2 damage Blood Cat with Pain because I forgot we got Big Dig. So definitely take that. Alright, Lakehope's turn for Deep Blues right here. Probably just going to toss the grenade as well. No problem getting that in. Getting our Kobe's in. Nice fireball for Winterbit. Soften up some of these enemies as we approach this dragon. Ooh, taking a nasty hit there. Down to a heart and a half. Thankfully still has that Blood Cat. And finding a Crown of Thorns, but you've already got enough healing. There's not a whole lot of enemies to utilize anyways. And the Blast Helm. The Blast Helm makes it good safety, just in case. Oh, but getting the food shop here, so here's another heart. Killing for the Gluttony Charm, but there's no other food, so... Unless we're going to somehow check red in the next floor. That'd probably be our last chance to get food of any kind. Lakehope's still doing pretty good in Zone 4 right now. Found an extra heart. And still utilizing that Titanium Cap with the Pain really well. So into Dead Ringer, we've got another right side spawn, so more easy left side scoots. And we've got the Blast Helm for some safety if needed. Looking no problem right there. So we're going to go ahead and check this chest. And it is a War Ring. Maybe we could take it for Dad. Give Dad a present. So we've got plenty of bombs. Let's go ahead and start this fight off. So Winterbit just going to get straight into phase 2 as Lakehope finishes death metal right now. Lakehope having a good catch up, like 5.5 minutes to zone 5 is not shabby. But Winterbit already 4 hits in right here and looking pretty healthy. Dad getting hit a little bit. Nothing too bad though. And Winterbit gets the 6th and final hit and takes race 2. Yeah, great run back on Lakehope's side. Just was unfortunately just a little too late. But definitely a very solid run back, especially as they're just utilizing this catapult. Catapult being definitely one of the more difficult courage setups to use. Because you just go flying whenever you're next to enemies. So a lot of using the kayak or the catapult is trying to attack forward as much as possible. So you can stay more in control. Oh, and Lakehope going down to the devil at the end. Alright, we've got our seed. Like I said, that it was almost a seeded PB for them. That's pretty quick. That was a good run back. Alright, so we are down to our third and final race of this set. Winner bid up 2-0. See if Lakehope can get a point here. Good luck to both racers as the countdown starts. We haven't seen like a whole lot of armor for Cadence this match, so hopefully we'll find something. But unfortunately, it's not like Melody where there's like almost guaranteed good armor in the 1-4 black chest. You're just gonna have to kind of stumble for it, or get a little bit lucky finding a conjurer or such. So, two different routes right here. Lakehope gonna go ahead and drop down the trapdoor. Winterbit's gonna do a little bit more exploring on this 1-1, finding a cracked wall. It is the blood shop. It's not a great one. It looks like we're just gonna take the ham and the golden cat. We're just gonna heal up. It's hard to actually say what's better, because you don't want to stay on either weapon long term. I think it would have been plausible to take the glass bow just for the damage. Oh, this is not looking good. Thankfully, Lakehope had that bomb on hand. Got out of that sticky situation with the dragon. So, we've got about a floor lead for Lakehope early. But Winterbit does have a better weapon for now. Fortunately, not able to open this barrel. Just wasn't able to get it in a good position. Maybe we can get this dragon to do it for us. Oh, no. We're just going to kill the dragon. So, just going to farm up the leprechaun. Thankfully, had that bounce trap, so we're just going to be able to farm that up a bit. Lakehope getting a Riches Scroll out of purple. One of the least powerful things in general, but we're actually going to have some use for it here as we use the gold and get a base cat. I don't know about that. Like, I can understand taking the quartz armor because armor is always useful, but taking a base cat from that shop is... You don't want to stay on that long term. And if you're planning to stay on a base cat instead of getting whatever's in the 1-4 black chest, then that's probably a problem. So Lakehope going to farm up their leprechaun here. Get just a little bit of gold. Winterbit going to go ahead and take the torch and the armor there. I think we've got Fortissimo as our first boss here, so not too bad. But unfortunately hitting the wrong enemies and going to have to stick to this base cat as we don't get any flawless chests. But Winterbit's not in a good position either. Took some hits while I wasn't looking and already down to half a heart. So Winterbit's got to play this real safe. Neither player really having a great set of offensive builds. Lakehope getting a little cornered here. Down to 1 heart for Lakehope. So this is just really scary for both players. Good gold kill on Winterbit's side. Taking advantage of the gold cat there. And Winterbit going down. Just tried to push too hard into that exit room on 2-1. But no damage to work with. And just ended up swarming. Winterbit did find a new weapon. It is the glass longsword. It is a little bit safer. It's like, I guess if you're going to have a glass weapon, you're going to die in one hit anyways. You might as well have something safe. Lakehope actually going for the throw kill there, but unfortunately, Freddy did not cooperate. So Winterbit has a little bit of time to breathe. Gonna get this nightmare to open this cracked wall open. And it's the glass shop, which is actually what we want right here. And there's also a super secret shop right here. Gonna check it, and it's heavy glass in the back. How ironic. We're just gonna take that heavy glass, pick up our shard, and leave. I feel like the super secret shopkeeper was just like, here, I got stuff in the storehouse. Come back here. So, finding an earth spell for Winterbit here. Looking a little better. Lakehope did manage to get the kill on the blood shopkeeper and going to go ahead and take the ham and the gold cat out. Winterbit finding some bombs and finding a glass torch. Looking a little frazzled trying to find this exit. Just going to go ahead and jump down that trapdoor right there. Lakehope also looking a little frazzled. Both of them having a little bit of trouble mapping on this seed. So we've got Earth for deep blues right here. Make for a nice kill. Or we can just use the longsword as well. Takes about the same amount of time. Actually, it's probably a little bit faster to use the longsword. So whenever checking for purple, gets a free spell out of it. So that's going to ensure a lot of safety, especially since we do not want to break this weapon. I mean, we've got 3 hits of heavy glass anyways, and we can't afford to take damage. But the freeze just helps so much with just keeping things under control. Like right here. So Winterbit's just going to just clear enemies out. Going to take a quick shopping trip to 3-1 here. See if there's anything useful like food. And there are some lead boots. You definitely swap those off. Like, the defense doesn't really do for anything for you with the Hargreaves when you're at half heart, and the lead boots are just nice for ice protection and such. Like, I'm finding a crown of teleportation right there. Having a little trouble getting started again. We've got a pulse spell right here. Probably going to skip it. Earth and freeze are probably 2 things that complement each other really well when you are at half heart. This spirit this spirit is trapped behind 2 enemies. Does not want to end up approaching. Alright, Lakehope getting the kill there. Gonna actually... they're deciding what to do. It looks like they're just gonna take that gold cat. And we've seen what happens when you're on just a 1 damage weapon going into zone 2. You really want the damage. I know glass can be scary, but what's even scarier is pinning yourself into a corner with 1 damage. So thankfully handling this exit a little bit better. But not going to be able to make up any time here as Winterbit's just cruising through zone 3. Still has all 3 hits of that heavy glass. And has a lot of safety in both the earth and the free spell. Well, we got a battle shovel now. There's a cracked wall on the right. Winterbit's not going to check it out. Probably figuring they're spending a little too much time and just need to get going. Good use of the freeze. Knock everything out here. This exit room still a little cramped. Unfortunately, losing part of the heavy glass on the coals. But still got 2 hits left. No worries. And we have Earth for Coral Rift coming in. So nice, safe kill. Checking purple for a ring. Finding the shield spell, actually. This is a tough call what you take. It looks like we're going to leave the earth behind and just alternate between shield and freeze. And that's fair. All 3 spells were really good and pair well with each other. It's just a tough call to make. Winterbit got to go ahead and get the free spell out of 2-4 there. Also, we've got Polka Death Metal. I really need to get like some Polka emote. So Lakehope catching up a little bit, but not really going to be able to do much. Going to go ahead and take these items out of the shop. The Pulse Spell can definitely help, but the 1 damage weapon is still a big concern for Lakehope. And it looks like we've got a tier 3 cracked wall. It's probably the food shop. It is the food shop. It's not a very good one. Double empty heart containers and a carrot. Everybody's just going to buy the items and leave. No need to get the charm. We're trying to do a little bit more farming here. Found this potion. So we're actually going to grab this potion for safety. So now Winterbit looking significantly more healthy. Gonna keep the crown of teleportation. No, we're gonna go ahead and take the circlet and go ahead and get off the glass torch. Nope. Okay, I guess we'll take the teleportation crown just for safety. Which you don't really need too much of at this point. You've got still 1 hit of heavy glass. You've got a bunch of hearts with a potion, and you've got a free spell and shield spell on deck. But whatever gets the job done. Oh, and Lakehope going down. Looks like it was goblins. And unfortunately, it looks like Lakehope has to forfeit this race due to IRL. So, look like we're just going to be watching Winterbit finish this one out. So, a good fight on Lakehope's part, but just doesn't have the time to finish this one out. I'm just going to give the race over to Lakehope, or to Winterbit. We're going to try and do some more shopping, though. Finding a cracked wall here. Thankfully, that armadillo bounced right away. Yeah, go ahead and finish this one off. I'm not sure we'd want to call staff over to try and just say the forfeit. It's more fun to watch it anyways. And worst case scenario, and Winterbit somehow does die, you just get to see them run through the sea for 8 more minutes. And that's 8 more minutes of Necrodancer. That is the best use of your time at this hour. Like, undeniably the best use of time. So find some holy water right here. Looking like we're just going to keep the Quake Scroll for Dead Ringer. Oh, popping that teleportation chrome. Finding a dagger. This is actually really good because the next hit would have broken our glass longsword. Oh, getting a little trapped there. Taking a big dunk from the dragon. You've got 2 spells that you really, really should use. So that was scary. We do have the potion on deck, but gotta be careful. Just quaff the potion. Like, just because your opponent... I mean, it doesn't really matter, but we're taking all these hits, trying to rush through everything, not using our spells. Just chill. Just chill. Do the opposite of that fire pig and just chill. We'll get to the end eventually. So finishing off death metal right there. Gonna go and take the scroll of need. Gonna probably just wait a bit. No, okay. Though there's armor. I think the other thing we could have done was just blood magic down to half a heart and then just take a potion to replace the one we lost. But we've got cookies and leather armor, so at minimum we can survive at least 1 Dead Ringer charge. Now that shouldn't happen when you have shield on deck, but should and what actually happens can be 2 very different things. So, nice and easy Zap Dagger kill on the Earth Dragon. Zap Dagger being able to deal infinite damage to any enemy in Zone 5 when you're on the wire. And if you're on the wire and you get your zaps, the zaps now do 2 damage. Alright, into 5-3. This is our last chance to check for better armor. Leather it does help, and there's a chicken right over there. No good armor in the shop, unfortunately. But there is a protection charm, so we'll have chainmail leather armor, or chainmail level armor. I swear, my tongue can work. So this should be good enough to last through the end of the game. Good use of the freeze right here, just knock everything out. And just slide right into Dead Ringer. And we do have the quick scroll. We could go ahead and quick the door open. So we're going to quick that door open, get started, and bye-bye Dead Ringer. Nice and easy. Checking the chest one last time. Just going to grab some shield tomes for a little bit extra safety. Alright, we've got plenty of bombs. We've got shield spell. We've got shield tomes. No problem getting the party started here. Oh, Dead Ringer tune passes, but we've already beaten Dead Ringer. Why couldn't you have shown up like 30 seconds earlier? Alright, already 4 hits in, no problem. Setting up this last lure here, Dorian being a little awkward, getting in the way. But that's going to be race 3, and Winterbit's going to get the 3-0 sweep. So, well played. Kudos to Lakehope for putting up that fight. Unfortunately, had to go at the end of that last race after the death. But that's going to be a 3-0 sweep right there. And it looks like that's probably going to do it for me.